fourth floor doesn't exist. There's something unsettling about buildings that skip numbers, hotels that don't have a 13th floor, hospitals that avoid certain room numbers, condominiums that pretend entire spaces simply aren't there, as if removing a number removes the thing itself. This story starts with a building that didn't have a fourth floor, at least officially. Daniel moved into the Torre Verde residences because it was affordable and close to work. The elevator panel read, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, no 4. He asked the receptionist about it on move-in day. She smiled the way staff do when they don't want to explain something. Design choice, she said. Some buyers are superstitious. Daniel wasn't. He rented Unit 5B. The first week was normal. The second week, he noticed something strange. Every time he took the elevator alone at night, the panel would flicker, just slightly, and between 3 and 5. A faint outline of the number 4 would glow, not lit, just visible enough to notice. He assumed it was a manufacturing thing, old wiring behind the buttons. One night, coming home past midnight, he stepped into the elevator, exhausted. He pressed 5. The doors closed. The elevator moved. It stopped. The display above the door read 4. Daniel frowned. There was no button for 4. The doors opened. A hallway stretched out in front of him. Dim lighting, carpeted floor, identical to the other levels. He stepped out halfway, confused. The hallway lights hummed faintly. Doors lined both sides, numbered 401, 402, 403. His building did not have these units. He stepped back into the elevator. The doors did not close. A door down the hall creaked open, just slightly. No one came out. Daniel pressed 5 again. Nothing. He pressed door close repeatedly. Still nothing. The hallway felt wrong. Too quiet. No air conditioning hum. No distant television sounds. Just a soft electrical buzz. He stepped out fully. The elevator doors shut behind him. The display above the doors went dark. He turned slowly. All the doors in the hallway were now slightly open, every single one, just enough to reveal darkness inside. A sound came from one of the rooms, a low whisper, then another. Different voices, layered, soft, unintelligible. He walked backward toward the elevator. The floor felt slightly softer than normal, like carpet laid over something uneven. One of the doors at the end of the hall opened wider. A figure stood inside, tall, completely still. Its silhouette almost touched the top of the frame. Daniel couldn't make out a face, just shape. The hallway lights flickered. The whispers stopped. The figure stepped forward into the hall. Its movements were too smooth, not walking, gliding slightly. Daniel slammed his fist against the elevator doors. They did not open. The floor beneath him shifted, a subtle dip. He looked down. The carpet was rising and falling slightly, like something breathing underneath it. All the doors in the hallway opened fully now. Inside each room was not furniture, not walls, just darkness, thick, layered. The figure at the end of the hall tilted its head, and then Daniel heard something behind him, the elevator doors slowly opening. He spun around. Inside the elevator stood himself, exact same clothes, exact same face, expressionless. The copy stepped out. Daniel stumbled back. The version of him walked past without looking and entered one of the open rooms. The door closed. The whispers returned. The elevator interior light flickered. The display above it changed. From 4 to 5, the doors stood open, empty. Daniel stepped inside immediately. The doors closed. The elevator moved. It stopped. Ding, 5. The doors opened to his normal floor. Bright lighting, clean hallway. Doors closed. Silence. He ran to his unit, locked it, did not sleep. The next morning, he checked the building directory in the lobby. No 4th floor listed. He asked the receptionist again. Her smile faltered slightly. "There is no 4th floor," she said. He checked the elevator panel. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. No outline of 4. That night, he avoided the elevator. He used the stairs. There was no door labeled 4 between 3 and 5, just a blank concrete wall. But as he walked past it, he heard something, a faint whisper from behind the concrete, layered voices, soft, then 3 knocks. From inside the wall, he froze. The wall shifted, just slightly, like something pressing against it from the other side. He stepped back. The concrete bulged outward for a second, then settled. The next day, Daniel submitted his move-out notice. The landlord was surprisingly calm. "No problem," he said. "We've had others leave early." "Others?" Daniel asked what floor they lived on. The landlord hesitated. "Mostly 5th. That night was Daniel's last night in the unit. He packed everything. He waited until morning to leave. He refused to use the elevator. He carried his bags down the stairs. When he reached the lobby, he felt relief. He handed over his keys. The receptionist gave him a polite nod. As he stepped outside into daylight, he glanced back up at the building. He counted the rows of windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There were 7 visible levels, including a 4th row of windows. He stared. The 4th row had curtains drawn in every unit except one. In that window stood a man wearing Daniel's clothes, watching him from above. Expressionless, Daniel slowly looked down at his own outfit. Plain black shirt, jeans. When he looked back up, the 4th row of windows was gone. 6 levels only, no 4th. That night, Daniel stayed in a friend's apartment across town. Around midnight, his phone buzzed. Unknown number, a photo message. He opened it. It was a picture taken from inside a hallway, carpeted floor, dim lighting, doors on both sides. The caption read, "You forgot something." The next photo showed a door labeled 5B, slightly open, darkness inside. The third photo was closer. Inside the room, on the bed, someone was sitting, back turned to the camera, wearing Daniel's clothes. The final photo showed the inside of the elevator, display glowing softly. 4. Daniel dropped his phone. It buzzed again. Text message, "We're keeping your place ready." He deleted the number, turned off his phone, moved cities 2 weeks later. He avoids elevators now. But sometimes, in office buildings or malls, he notices something. Between certain floors, the elevator slows slightly, just for a second, and if he looks carefully at the panel, he can see it, a faint outline, the number 4, not lit, just waiting to be pressed. If you ever step into an elevator and it stops at a floor you didn't choose, don't step out, even if it looks normal, especially if it looks normal. Some floors aren't missing, they're hidden. And once they know you've seen them, they make room for you.